see or seem is but a dream within a dream.
Jekyll coming out for a night in the town. Surely must be one of the signs of the end of the world. Mr. Addison, we are doubly honored, sir. Well, come in, make yourselves comfortable. There's food in the kitchen, and Charles will get you anything you'd like to drink.
So, this is the kind of place you get when you're first physician to the court. And head of the medical school. Very nice.
Trappings. Just trappings. Professor Lehman puts his pants on the same way that you do.
What? A dead run while being chased by an angry husband.
Come along, Addison. One of us needs a drink.
She is as attractive as I've heard.
Yes. Yes, I suppose she is. Beauty, as the philosopher says, is only skin deep. She has a mind as sharp as a new scalpel.
That's a lovely sentiment, Jekyll. Have you told her that?
Of course not. Hardly something one brings up in conversation.
What do you mean? She's right there. Why don't you go and talk to her?
Because well, you can see that she's busy. And I don't want to, look, didn't you go and talk to some blonde or other?
Oh, I did. She's married. I'm seeing her tomorrow night at 8.
Henry, I'm so glad you could make it. It wouldn't have been the same without you.
Thank you. This is Richard Utterson, my assistant. Richard, this is Rebecca Lehman.
Pleased.
Professor Lehman's daughter.
Even more pleased.
Are you enjoying the party, Henry?
Yes, it's nice. It's very nice. It's good to be out of the lab.
Is it?
Yeah, not that I mind being in the lab. It's just good to be out. Once in a while.
Listen to him, Miss Lehman. You wouldn't believe what I went through to get him out of that place of his. No. The work is far too important, he said.
Really? My father tells me you've been conducting research into the realms of the human psyche.
Oh, hardly that grand.
But I thought you'd said it was important.
I don't think that it would interest you.
Oh, but it would. Truly.
Well, I can't tell you everything. But I can tell you that it's to do with the nature of good and evil. Why man chooses one above the other. You see, for the past 5 years I've been struck by the notion that there may be some physical process by which one could separate the two. Isolate.
Isolation? Now, there's something you should know a lot about, eh, Jekyll? Quite a trick you pulled, Miss Layman, getting the old hermit out of his lab, deigning to come down from his Olympus-like laboratory to say hello. Come now, Jekyll, put away the sour face. Come along and tell us about the progress you've made in that lab of yours. You know, I passed by there on my way home from the hospital, and there's always a light on, every hour of the night.
Light is on because I'm working, which I'm beginning to realize is where I should be now. Thank you for the invitation, Miss Layman. Please tender my regards to your father. Good night.
Poor, stodgy old Jekyll. Still battling between good and evil. Sometimes I feel he's more priest than scientist.
Those are two vocations totally foreign to you, Dr. Morley.
The 2nd of October. The long walk home gave me a chance to reflect upon the past day's work. I wouldn't have gone to the party in the first place if Utterson hadn't insisted. But now I realized that I needed to get out, to clear my head. So much has happened. I believe I have finally discovered the correct combination of chemicals in the proper amounts to achieve the desired effect. I am excited far beyond mere words. That a means might exist by which we may purge man of all his innate evil and stimulate that part of man which is good, thereby winning the ceaseless and destructive battle between good and evil. This discovery could literally transform humanity. It now needs only to be tested. And that is the heart of my uncertainty. I cannot take the responsibility for the harm that it might do another human being if it fails, which leaves me only one recourse. And there, once again, I fail. Because though it shames me to admit it, I am afraid.
Now, the most curious thing about this specimen is the subject's age, 47. The sort of deterioration that you see here is usually associated with someone much older. How then do we explain this?
According to the morgue, who supplied us with our guest, he was a convicted murderer. And more, a thief, a cutpurse, a drunkard. In fact, his whole life had been an exercise in evil. Could this account for the curious condition of his brain? Is it possible that certain chemicals in the brain are responsible for making man evil, or good, or a mixture of both? And that too much of one chemical or the other tips the balance? Which brings us to the most intriguing question. If we could control the chemicals in the brain, create just the right combination, could we eliminate evil, purge the mind and the soul
of its destructive tendencies. Professor Lehman.
My good Dr. Jekyll, are you actually suggesting a possibility of, well, for lack of a better description, call it a goodness potion?
I believe that theoretically it is possible, yes.
Indeed. Well, then I suggest it might more properly belong in a philosophy class rather than anatomy. We wouldn't want to confuse our nation's young physicians with fancies and hobgoblins of the mind, now would we?
Thank you, gentlemen. That will be all. Please read pages 100 through 150 for next week's session. Good day, gentlemen. It's nice to have you back in the classroom, Professor.
I apologize for the interruption, Jekyll. But I am obliged to pop in for these random observations now and then. Henry, most of these families are paying enormous sums of money so that their children will be taught a useful skill. They wouldn't want them distracted by anything too lofty or impractical.
They have to learn. I'm trying to teach them to think, to question, to do more than memorize anatomy charts, to cast aside the old ideas, and to grasp some new ones. Professor, I want to give my students the ability to see far beyond the basic scientific fact of this poor, pathetic corpse here. To see that their knowledge of this arm, this leg, yes, this brain, could one day elevate the quality of all human existence.
Henry, we have been over all of this before. There are certain policies and
Policies are short-sighted and restrictive. My theory is sound, and I know it.
But can you prove it? You see, nothing has changed. Well, until you can prove your theory, it shall not be taught in this university. Is that clear? Oh, don't look so wrought up over all of this. All this radical talk about good and evil. I dare say it has affected your credibility in the medical community.
So, I'm an embarrassment to you, am I, Professor?
It's more than an embarrassment, Henry. The administration of this university has been extremely patient with both you and myself during this 5-year experiment. I want you to step back, Henry. Take a good long look at your data. And move on, man.
Lehman is right. I cannot wait any longer. I must know if my theory is sound. If it is, there will be proof that the compound will free the dominant part of the mind, which I am certain is benign and good, since man is by nature good. It will have some corresponding physical effects. I do not know to what extent. If it does go wrong, if it becomes too painful, I trust the antidote will counteract the effect and restore me. So much left to chance, but I yearn to know.
I'll have another. I can just... I know I have an extra shilling in here somewhere.
Cognac. And one for this good fellow here.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Hyde. Edward Hyde.
Richard Utterson. Do I know you, Mr. Hyde?
Hardly.
Is this your first time here?
Yes. Yes. I live in the area, but there's much I haven't seen. And you?
I'm a medical student, apprenticed with Dr. Henry Jekyll. Perhaps you know him.
We've a passing acquaintance. Miserable man. So depressing.
Well,
I'm for a good time. I dare say you are too. What say we choose a couple of companions to warm up the evening? Pick anyone you want.
it doesn't work that way.
Ah, but it does. What about that one there with that monocled mangy dog?
No, I think not.
Why not?
The fellow there is Fred Morley. He's trouble. He gets mean when he's had a few in him. He's not to be trifled with.
Neither am I. My companion and I couldn't help but notice that flower that you're wearing just there. Splendid example. Though it pales by comparison to the face of the one who's wearing it.
Well, thank you. Mr.
Hyde. Edward Hyde. In precisely 2 minutes' time, you and I shall leave here together.
Really?
Really?
I think you're at the wrong table.
Did you hear something? Must be the wind.
I said you're at the wrong table.
There it is again. Louder now.
All right, that's enough.
Don't you touch me, you fat bag of wind. No one ever touches me. It's all right. There's no problem, I assure you. Our friend here simply has no manners and decided to lay a hand upon his betters. Isn't that right? Now apologize to these good people for ruining their evening.
I'm sorry for ruining your evening.
Come along, Mr. Utterson. The night is young, and all London spreads before us like a willing lady.
Two minutes precisely.
Good morning, Dr. Jekyll.
Utterson?
You all right? You look horrible.
No, I didn't have a very good night. Something went wrong. Terrible mistake. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Understand what? Had a bit of a night myself, actually. I met the most extraordinary fellow. Edward Hyde, said his name was. Said he'd heard of you. Do you know him?
Horrible man.
Well, seems a little bit harsh. I found him rather interesting, actually. I've never met anyone before who seemed so totally free, so completely without inhibition. He says what he thinks, he does what he wants, and the devil take anyone who tries to stop him. And then, he proceeded to prove it. Do you know what he did to Fred Morley? Oh, you should have seen the look on his face. Mind you, he had it coming.
Hyde didn't repel you?
No. I grant you, a little Hyde goes a long way, but... Well, he's one of these people who are larger than life, if you catch my meaning. They just seem to need a bit more room than us.
Do you recall any other impressions? Be as specific as you possibly can.
There was just this sense of raw power. Capricious, to be sure, but power nonetheless. Alive, vibrant, mercurial. And he was free-hearted in paying for my ale. Although I had to give him a lesson or two in dealing with the female gender. But if you know him already, why all these questions?
First rule of science. Never rely on a subjective opinion. Objectivity is the word upon which all science
depends. Yeah. You make it sound like another one of your experiments.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it does. To work, hmm?
Dr. Jekyll, summoned to see you.
Right, I'm coming.
Hello, Henry.
Miss Lehman, something that I can, do for you.
Yes. For one thing, you can stop calling me Miss Lehman. I give you permission to call me Rebecca. For another, I've come to apologize for the incident at our last gathering. And to try and make it up to you.
Oh, I'm sure it's not necessary.
Yes, it is. There's a benefit next week for the Widows and Orphans Fund. A much more select list of guests. I hope you'll come.
Thank you.
Then perhaps afterward we can talk. I've known and admired you for 2 years, Henry. And in all that time, we've never just sat and talked. I think I would like that.
You're very kind.
Is that what you think it is? Kindness? Henry, I hope you'll find time in your busy schedule to attend.
Oh, I'll be there. I'd go anywhere that my aid could be of use to such a worthy cause.
Then I'll expect you. Good day, Henry.
20th of October. I can no longer be a fool chained by my own fears. I must continue the experiment.
Ah, madam. My compliments.
And which of these is to your satisfaction?
I'll take these two.
Oh.
And that one there. She is as beautiful as a rose. I want her.
I'm the same, yeah. But this one is special. She's from out of town, quite untouched. Well, we are saving her for someone who can pay the right price.
I don't like to be denied. It makes me angry. You see, madam, for all your efforts to save her, I managed to turn her into a whore with one stroke of my finger. Fret not, young virgin. The greatest joy is often joy postponed. Come, ladies. I will show you a night beyond your wildest imagination. Come on out here.
It's cold.
Do you know who lives there?
Should I?
No one alive lives there. It's only Henry Jekyll. Oh, he thinks he's alive, but he's not. A timid, repressed, nervous tick of a man. Virtuous to a fault. Virtuous by default. Utterly useless. Not even worth the powder to blow him up. You haven't the faintest idea what I'm talking about, have you? Look at it all. What if I was to tell you that you can walk into any bank, any store in London, and steal anything that you wanted? What if I could guarantee it? Would you do it?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Who wouldn't? If I could be sure I wouldn't be caught. But you can't guarantee that sort of thing.
Ah, but I can. I can do anything I choose. Take anything I want. If anybody ever tries to find me, I can disappear like no one else in history. Right off the face of the earth. I've got a hiding place, the like of which no one would ever think to search.
Go on. No.
Look at that dress. Do you like it? Then take it. Smash the glass. Reach in and take it.
No, I'll be caught.
Take it!
No!
Take me.
Hello, Jekyll. Are you in there? I suppose it's time to let you out. Don't want the neighbors to start talking, now, do we? 20th of October. Dear Jekyll, have decided to extend.
Devil, can I be at this hour?
Dr. Henry Jekyll told me there was a benefit here, a party. Money. He wants some money for the charity. Ah. Where's your daughter? I want her now. Tell her Edward Hyde is calling.
Sir, you are either drunk or insane. But in either case, I must ask you to leave my house at this time.
Ask? When did you ever ask anybody anything, Professor? That may have an effect on your credibility with the medical community. I hate Come on. Get up and fight. You miserable man. Get up and fight.
Oh, my God. Father! What have you done?
This is only the beginning. So, you like to flirt, don't you? Flirt with me.
You wait for this.
Say that you want me. Go on. Say it.
Stop it! Don't!
Fight me. Go on. Fight me. Go on. Fight me. Fight me more. I'll have you.
Stop it!
I'll have you. I'll have you. No one denies Hyde.
Help! Ollie! Help!
I should have killed you the first time.
Ollie!
This time, I will. I hate charities.
Sergeant, this way!
What is it, Paul? Your note said it was urgent.
It's Dr. Jekyll, sir. He hasn't come down from his lab for almost a week now. He doesn't sleep, he hardly eats, and for the last few days he just paces back and forth. And I hear this sound, a terrible, mournful thing. You have to do something, Mr. Anderson.
That's it, then. Jekyll, it's me. Let me in. Look, a lot of your friends are worried about you. You may as well let me in, because I'm not leaving here until you do. Look, I'll bloody well break down the door if I have to. Right. Jekyll?
Utterson. It's good to see you. I've missed our work together. I've just been so concentrated on the experiment here. How have you been? How's Miss Lehman?
Surely you've heard. Rebecca took her father to their country house to recover. The police are combing the city for Edward Hyde. Dr. Jekyll, you're ill.
Would that it were as simple as... It's an ailment of the body. There is no hospital with a cure for my affliction. How can we live with ourselves, Utterson? Knowing what madness waits beneath the surface. What terrible desires long to be set free. I'm drawn to them, Utterson. To things no sane man would ever consider wholesome.
Dr. Jekyll, I don't know what you're talking about.
Know that I would never knowingly harm you or Rebecca. Now go, Utterson, please. If our friendship means anything to you, go.
has now been 2 weeks since I sent Hyde back to where he came from. And I think that I'm likely to go mad. For having tasted the addictive night, I find the day colorless and sterile. I tell myself, Hyde's life is no better. Violence, lust, drunkenness, the terrible freedom. But may God have mercy on my soul. I need it. And if I continue to deny it, to deny him, I will not survive.
Billy said you were off with her.
Whores' bodies are made to be bruised. In a loving way.
So what did you wish for tonight? As you know, I can always use more money.
I want her. I want her now.
Madam,
Shut up. Go to the bedroom. Get undressed.
Please, sir,
Quiet, girl. Well, surprise is yours. But please, remember, I cannot sell damaged goods. Please, do not bruise her.
Come.
Something is terribly wrong with Dr. Jekyll. He must get help. You may be the only one he'll listen to. Please return at once. With great sincerity, Utterson.
Take off your clothes.
I can't.
Of course you can. You do it all the time.
I'm sorry. I can't go through with it. I've changed my mind.
You've been paid for.
I'm sure Madam will find another.
No one denies Hyde.
Please.
Then take off that ribbon.
No.
Then let me help you.
No, please let me go.
Too tight. Tighter.
There is a gentleman who wishes. Open this door! Open this door immediately!
Henry? Henry? Where is Henry Jekyll?
Oh, he's fine. Or he will be. Soon. However, I have a problem now. I can't allow you to leave here.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you want?
Not me. I don't want anything from you. It's Jekyll. I am but the prisoner of his lust. I am his nightmares given form. His secret sin revealed. He thought he could release his true nature. And he did. The poor fool. It was me. Me, his soul. His every unspoken desire. He wants you so much. I believe I shall leave you here as a gift for him. I condemn you both to hell together. No. As God is my witness, you shall not harm her. Run! Run, Rebecca! Then of God, run! I cannot hold him back much longer.
Henry, let me out.
Run! Damn you, Edward Hyde! May God damn us both.
Here begins the Journal of Henry Jekyll. Within these pages, I intend to record the progress of my experiments into the nature of good and evil. I believe that these experiments may well be the culmination of my life's work